Welcome once again. Today we'll be dealing on the issue of rejection, what it is about, understanding the dynamics and the different context of rejection. If this is a subject that you were interested in, then please come on board. Now, today we'll be dealing on the three things that we need to understand about rejection. And one of the things that we have experienced, I think, over the holidays, and as we're coming into a new year, perhaps if you've taken out time to do a review of not just 2022, but perhaps I would advise the past 5 years in the relationships that you've had, the friendships. When I talk about relationships, I'm not talking just about intimate relationships. I'm talking about financial relationships, spiritual relationships, um, social interactions that you have had where there have been experiences of rejection. Um, we're going to run through some aspects of rejection that you need to understand so that it helps to bring better clarity into the whole subject of rejection. The first thing that we need to know is your definition determines your reaction. How you define, interpret, perceive what you have just experienced determines how you're going to react to that particular incident. How do you interpret when you get no? When you go to certain places, you make certain applications, you try to put yourself out there in certain circles, and people say no to you. What does that sound like in you? You are hearing no, but what are you perceiving in your spirit that no it's speaking to? Do you feel like it's an abandonment? Some people are hypersensitive to rejection. You know, people one experience what might one particular individual might consider as a normal experience to another person can seem like bigger than it actually is, and so they either overreact, blow up, develop tantrums, or they fold up and fold in and don't want to have, they don't even want to make any further attempts at life. So how are you interpreting when you look at your reaction to this no? It could speak to a deeper childhood experience that you have encountered that perhaps you haven't dealt with. When they say no to you, what are they saying no to? Are they saying no to specific aspects of you, or are they rejecting the wholesomeness of you? How often have you experienced this no? The no that you are getting, is it from a particular group of people, or are people rejecting you everywhere that you go to, or every circle that you find yourself? Are people rejecting you specifically, or are they rejecting people that look like you, that speak like you, that come from certain areas of life or region in your country? That is that no specific or general? How are you interpreting the no? It's important to make these distinctions because our reactions should match up to the kind of no that we are getting. It's important to make these distinctions and build our responsive to be compatible to the no. The second thing we need to know about no is it can happen to anyone, anytime, anywhere, in whatever situation, and also in several ways. Okay, so you can never ever be so self obsessed with yourself on how wonderful you are, or how experienced you are, or how intelligent you are, or how beautiful you are, that no one could ever say no to you. If you have that mindset, then you are going to set yourself up for huge shocks and huge failures. That's a recipe for disaster and for heartbreak. No matter how wealthy, how well connected, how beautiful, how talented, high up there you are, one thing that you should understand, that no occurs to each and every one of us at certain aspects of our lives. There will be some who will not be impressed with what you have to offer, regardless of how fantastic you think that you are. Sometimes, if you're always quick to offer, they will feign interest to try to get something from you. Some people will actually bring themselves into their lives because you are bringing off how good you think you are, or how wealthy, or how big a bag you think that you might have. And even though they don't want to have anything, they know in their heart of hearts that they don't want to have anything to do with you, but they will attach themselves to you so that they can take all that you have to offer, but reject you at the other side. That's why when you need them the most, they don't come true for you, because they were never quite there for you. They were only there to take advantage of you. Also, in terms of breakup, sometimes we often have an idea of how we want to have a breakup. Maybe over a cup of coffee, maybe dinner at least, maybe a phone call, at worst an SMS. But sometimes we don't get to dictate that. Sometimes the rejection is the silence we get, or people just off and they ghost us. In whatever format that the rejection comes, it is what it is. Don't let the need for closure, finding meaning to that rejection, keep you in your tracks and stop you from moving forward in life. And the third thing we need to know about rejection is, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. No matter how great you are, despite your best efforts, people will likely choose to go someplace else. Because what you might say, and sometimes when people leave us and move away, sometimes we find that when we look at what they ended up with, and we're thinking to ourselves, you left me for that? But hey, it's not your responsibility to hang on and show them how great you think you might be. No, 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 no. That's not what you should do. So that they could reconsider and get you back in their lives. If they really were interested, they would spend time to get to know you better. If they choose to go someplace else, is on them. Remember that even Jesus was rejected. He did not linger and hope for a change of heart. No, he dusted his feet and off he went. Remember, you might not be your spec's spec. You might like someone and really want to spend your life with them, or really want to associate with them, or really want to move in their circle, but you might not really do it for them. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you are not jiving with this individual. You are not jiving with this group of people. You are not jiving with this circle of friends or associates. So be humble and get a move on. Remember what Absalom, the story of Absalom, Tamar's brother, when she suffered abuse from Amnon, what did he tell her to do? He said, don't take this to heart. Don't take this thing. Don't let it wear you down. Don't take it personal. The fourth thing we need to know about rejection, it can happen to any one of us. So when you were rejected, don't take it to heart. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is the first of our series on rejection, and we will continue next time with episode number 2 on why. I'm not going to let you know. Tune in to us next time. This is This Blooming Room. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know the most painful feeling of rejection that you have ever had in the past year, so that we can work on it and become better and be well equipped for 2023. Stay strong. God bless you.